What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is my latest gank build. It is a dual wield 2-bar PvP Nightblade gank build for update 44. With the latest changes to cloak, it's only got better. It's much easier to gank now as you've got more time to swap bars. So we'll get straight into it. This build is also rocking nearly 10k weapon and spell damage. It's absolutely super strong, and because it's got AoE execute, it's really good for players that are quite good at the game and aware that they're going to be ganked, as the AoE will catch dodge rolls and snare them. It's really good. So we'll get straight into the sets. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well, guys, and drop the video a like. So we'll first start with the sets. So the first set we are running is one of the newest sets in the Gold Road, which is the Tharaka's Strike set. This will give you 3 lines of weapon and spell damage, and when you deal a fully charged heavy attack, it's going to grant you that major berserk. It's going to deal absolute huge amounts of damage. So we've got one sharpened, the other sharpened as well. They're both swords. One reduces the target's physical resistance, and the other increases your weapon damage by 174. On the back bar, I've just got a random 2-handed, but ideally you want a defending or powered any 2-handed. And we're running, of course, the Balorg, medium head, divines, max magicka. And the next set we're running is the Nyx Hound's Howl set. Gives you 3 lines of weapon and spell damage, and when you complete a fully charged heavy attack, it's going to give you that major courage and also give major cowardice to your opponent. Super strong. Gives you nearly 830 weapon and spell damage on one set. It's incredible. We've got the Balorg Arm Corpse, medium, divines, max magicka. So we've got all Nyx Hound here. The feet of Tharaka's. So it's all medium, completely all medium, all divines, all max magicka. There's no light at all. We've got Nyx Hound's necklace infused with weapon damage enchantment. And we've got 2 Tharaka's rings infused weapon damage enchantment. So try to gold the jewellery if you can. And of course the front bar weapons, the back bar weapon doesn't matter, or the body pieces don't matter. You will get bonus if you can get them gold and get some extra damage in there. So this is the front bar offensive. So we've got the spec bow. This hits on the dummy, it's hitting over 100k. It's just incredible damage. This is buffed by the monster 10% damage bonus, but it's probably around 90k previous patch. Really powerful. We've got the Shrewd offering for a burst heal, and also it's going to give you that max magicka bonus. We've got the Whirling Blades, which is going to deal your execute damage, and when they dodge roll, it's going to catch them. Very strong. And we've got these 2 here, just for the weapon damage passives of the Fighters Guild, and also the Major Savagery and Prophecy. We've also got Incapacitating Strike. If it's cast 126 more, it's also going to deal disease damage as well and stun the enemy. Super strong, and a cheap ultimate as well. The back bar is concealed weapon, which is going to make us super speedy. We've got Simmering Frenzy to stack up our weapon and spell damage. Race Against Time for our minor force and major expedition. Forward Momentum for our source of major brutality and sorcery. And Shadowy Disguise with the newly changed toggle. It's even easier. So you can just press this once and you've got plenty of time to swap to your bar. And Temporal Guard to reduce your damage taken by 5%. So have all your passives in your 3 class lines, all your passives in two-handed and dual wield, all your passives in medium only, all your passives in vampire if you can, particularly the strike from shadows, all your passives in fighters guild, all your passives in undaunted as well, the assault and support line. I'm also running a Khajiit as well. I'll show you the critical damage on this, and also medicinal use, so your potions last a bit longer. So we've got 64 points into Magicka. With Vampire Stage 2 at the minimum, running the Warrior Munders and Bewitched Sugar Skulls. So the champion points is Fighting Finesse, Master at Arms, Deadly Aim and Backstabber. Red CP is Fortified, Rejuvenation, Bastion, so you can hit, if they've got a shield on, that's going to do more damage to them. And Celerity for more movement speed. You are super fast in this build. And of course have your Liquid Efficiency and Rationer on, and the Steed's Blessing I would recommend. Right, so we're getting to how to play the build. It's nice and easy. To get the maximum damage you do want to be at 500 ultimate, but you don't have to be. You're still going to hit very hard. If we go to the passives, there is a passive on here somewhere, it's siphoning probably. So the Catalyst, when you drink a potion you gain 20 ultimate. So what I do in Cyrodiil is I have a stack of cheap potions, just buy a load of cheap potions basically, and you can drink them in between just to push up your ultimate. That, you know, to get to that 500. Like I said, you don't have to, but for the maximum effect you do want to get to the 500 if you can. It doesn't actually take that long. I just hit creatures in between a gank in open world and just drink potions in between, and when you're at that 500 or where you need to be, then I'll swap back to my actual main potions when I'm about to gank someone. So like I said, just buy any stack of cheap potions, really cheap, and you can just easily get up to, you know, in the hundreds of the ultimate fairly quickly. Right, so we'll just show you some stats. So you need to build the spec bow as well, so it's glowing yellow, so you know that you've got it. And also 5 stacks of Simmering Frenzy. So we're at 10k weapon damage. You've got 15k physical penetration. And the critical damage, I think, is at 105%. So you've got a ton of critical damage. So I'll show you how to play the build now. The spec, like I said, the spec bow is just absolutely evil. It just hits super hard. So how we play the build. So first things first is get your ultimate. And make sure you have your spec bow glowing. So that is the 2 things you need. Once you've got them, you just want to buff with your forward momentum and your race against time and Simmering Frenzy. Once that is at 5 stacks, then you are at maximum effect. So then all you've got to do is press your cloak just once. You've got tons of time now. Obviously make sure your buffs are still going as well, so you can obviously renew them nice and easy. And then when you're ready, just go back to your front bar, hold heavy attack into ultimate, spec bow, and then whirling blades as execute. Gotta be super strong, guys. And the benefit of dual wield is because, like I said, it will catch players that try to dodge roll it, and even players that are blocking, it's really going to burn right through them. The damage is just so high. And I said the mobility is amazing because you've got minor and major expedition, Super nippy, really fast. And like I said, with the cloak, it just only makes it much easier to gank. Instead of having that 3-second window, you can also crouch and gank if you've got a stationary target, but it's really easy, very powerful and very strong. I said the two sets just work absolutely amazing together. They both work with a fully charged heavy attack, so you're going to get the Major Berserk. Everything's going to proc all at once. It's going to do some incredible damage to high health targets as well. It's not just going to kill low health players, it will kill high health players as well. So that's the end of the build section, guys. Stay tuned for the clips. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop this video a like and don't forget to subscribe as well. And I will see you in the next video.